As we said, the Windward Islands have won the toss and elected to bat, and the opening batters are Jada Tyrrell and Daisy Woods. And for Barbados, the opening bowler will pick up her identity in a moment. She's wearing the number 9 jersey. Is Tiana Herbert Mayers, and she's the captain of the Barbados team. So we have umpires Kareem Tate as well as Dave Thompson, and incidentally, both are from Barbados. So the 2 umpires from Barbados, and we know and we can expect that there will be fair in the assessment of what happens in the middle. So it's Herbert Mayers, Tiana, to bowl the first delivery to Tyrrell. That's a false start. Umpire signaling dead ball. That's a strange signal for a dead ball. Or it's not quite ready yet, is indicating. That looks to be umpire Tate. So after that momentary false start, we into the action now. Delivery a bit short, but Jada Tyrrell not really taking advantage of it. Mayers again. This one is floated up on the off stump. And Tyrrell showing good technique in coming forward and meeting the ball on the full. Mayers again. Delivery played back along the pitch. So the Windwards losing to the Leeward Islands yesterday on the Duckworth-Lewis method by 2 runs, and Barbados a no result against Guyana. Rain affecting that game over at Liberta. So still no run. We're in the first over, first of 20, 4 balls so far. And Tyrrell is the batter. And for this delivery, she's punching it away. We'll get a single because the sweep on the cover boundary will feel, and a good throw to the keeper. Kamina Matthew Broom is the wicketkeeper. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Antigua. We had rain here yesterday at Bethesda, twice affected the game, but we greeted with some white clouds so far. Woods Daisy is the batter for the Windward Islands, and she's beaten outside of off stump and through to the wicketkeeper. Very quiet over there. Howard, your thoughts on the first over and how the pitch is playing so far?
Oh, well, seems to be a good morning for cricket, I should say. And it was a good over. A good over by the Barbados opening bowler. Only 1 run.
Do you think she held her line and length appreciably enough?
Looking good, looking good.
And from what you saw yesterday with the game between Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica, although Jamaica only made 40.
Yeah,
there was some talent.
Yeah, there was some talent about, but it was a little bit disappointed to see somebody got out for 40 runs. Yeah,
39 to be precise.
Yeah.
They were chasing 40 for the victory. So the opening bowler for Barbados
would be,
I think she's wearing,
what's her name? What's her number? 15.
It's
15.
Or is it 16?
Ebony. Oh, it's Ebony Braithwaite.
Yeah, she's a senior West Indies player. Made a debut for the West Indies senior team earlier this year. One of the up-and-coming players for the senior team. First delivery is going down the onside. Probably will be signal wide. The batters have crossed the one. They're looking at a second, but they're undecided about what they want to do. And any hesitation will also create confusion. Wide signal by umpire Dave Thompson. So another single to the Windward's total takes the score up to 3. Well, 2 runs technically, because there was one for the wide.
Yes.
And they also had a single after the ball went past the wicketkeeper. Our scorers on the manual scoreboard: Alfonso Blacks Jarvis and his assistant. Beaten outside of the off stump. It's Woods. There was certainly an exciting finish to the match between the Leewards and the Windwards. It was reduced because of rain after the Leewards made 118 and the Windwards needed to score 50 off 8 overs, if I'm correct with my assumption there. And this is Woods stretching out and playing with the full face of the bat. It's actually Dakaira Collymore, the daughter of the former West Indies pacer Corey Collymore, who is actually boarding from the far end or the northern end here at the Bethesda Sports Club ground. And this is a thick outside edge. It will run pretty close to the boundary, but it will be overhauled, I think. The batters have already crossed for 2. They won't attempt a third. And the return by Samuel Headley, the fielder.
Okay.
Yes.
23.
So, and look at the Kyra Collymore. She walks in the same mannerism as her father, Corey.
Really?
So a open bow-legged walk. You can see the resemblance there. And we were also told that Jediah Holder is the daughter of the former Barbados cricketer Alcindo Holder. So the genes are being represented here to some extent in the Barbados. Shout for a leg before, but that would be a tough one to be given. She was on the front foot and the bat was very close to the pad and the board itself. And I think the umpire made the correct decision. So it's still Daisy Woods facing Collymore. She's getting that one just past the outstretched hand of Headley in the gully region or point region, and it goes to the into the boundary now for 4. So a streaky shot, luckily going past the outstretched left hand of Sabriel Headley in the point region, and going downhill for 4 welcome runs for the Windward Islands. Takes the total now up to 9 without loss in the second over, with 1 ball to be bowled.
Right.
6 runs so far plus the wide in that over. But I think Collymore is inducing the batter Woods into a 4 shot or 2. Let's see if she can come back with the last ball of the over. Collymore. And get again, similar situation. This time it was closer to the hands of Sabriel Headley, but she just couldn't maybe get her fingertips to it, and it went past down to the third man boundary for 4. 2 streaky 4s of the last 2 balls of the second over from Daisy Woods. She moves on to 10, and the Windward Islands at the end of the second over, 13 without loss, but 13 unlucky or lucky runs. What would you say, Howard?
I would say it was a bit of fortune for the Windward Islands, but also it wasn't a bad over from the
you like the idea that Collymore is keeping it just about down the corridor.
Very unlucky.
Should have really had a wicket in that over.
Had
Sabriel Headley been a little bit more agile, going to her left, she could have hauled in one of those catches. But the captain continues. The Barbados captain in Tiani Herbert Mears. She bowled the first over. We're in the third here in Bethesda. one of the rural communities in Antigua. Very historic.
Very.
And this is Tyrrell playing confidently on the front foot, stretching out and reaching the delivery. Smothering any turn that may be. Mays again, and this delivery, playing with us somewhat square bat, going into the offside. The Barbados fielders are very energetic, you know, in the field so far, except maybe Headley, who really didn't do her team and herself any favors by not getting pretty close to two catches that were very much there for the offering. The ball going down the onside this time. This square leg fielder who looks to be Collymore. As we say, good morning to all our viewers, listeners, who you may be in Barbados and the islands that make up the Windward Islands. This one is it in the air. They should out caught, and yes, she takes the catch.
Oh my!
That was 18, in the air. 18. And when Nisha Bratwit just holding the ground and waiting for the ball to come to her, and there the Barbados players are celebrating quite energetically. And that's the end of Jada Tyrrell, caught by Renisha Bratwit of the bowling of the captain, Tiani Herbert Mears. And the Windward Islands have lost their first wicket. They are 1 for 13. The wicket of Tyrrell going down. Caught, driving loosely and in the air. Maybe not to the pitch of the delivery. And playing a little bit too early in my estimation, Howard.
Yes, good bowling again by the Barbados captain, and good field placement as well.
She really kept it there just in about middle and off.
Yes,
and was not afraid to flight it. Yeah. Seems to be a player for the future.
Yeah, good goings for Barbados. Good goings for Barbados.
Yeah. Well built, and seems to know a little bit about the game itself. By the fact she's the Barbados captain means that she would have to know something about the game.
Definitely.
We'll give her that credit.
Definitely.
Yes, Tiana again. And
wow.
That looks to have taken the outside edge and dropped either by the wicketkeeper and the slip fielder. Both had a chance to really take that one, in my view, Howard, and the catch went down. So that's a third opportunity Barbados would have had to take a wicket, although they have taken one in this over, which has just been completed. The Windward Islands batting first after winning the toss in this game, 13 for 1.
Yes, good bowling again by the Barbados captain. Not so good fielding wasn't well supported, but in the field. She should have at least had 2 wickets.
And Collymore should have had one as well.
Yes.
Yes, the first delivery being faced by Kayla George, the captain of the Windward Islands team. She didn't really hand it properly. And I was saying yesterday, Howard, with the gentle breeze blowing from the eastern part of this ground, if you bowl at a full length, whether you be a medium pacer or a spinner, and you bowl at a full length, you're going to get some level of deviation, some level of swing. And we saw the ball turning there by Tiana Herbert Mears.
Yes, it's about just bowling and keeping a good line and length, and have your feelers backing you up. It should be a good game for Barbados so far, going forward.
Collymore continues. So far, 1 delivery in the 4th over. And she's beaten Woods outside of off stump. So we have a slip in the captain, a third man, a point, a cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, a straightish mid wicket, a backward square leg as Collymore continues. This one is wide, it's in the air, over the closing fielders, And they will get a second one if they hustle. There could be a chance to a run out as well. Had that hit the stumps directly, that would have been an interesting decision for the umpire to make in umpire Kareem Tate. He's indicating to the Windward Islands batter Woods, who got those 2 runs to move to 12. Umpire Tate indicating to her to do not run onto the pitch itself, run to the side. Collymore continues. Oh, that was a short delivery and signal wide, and rightly so by the umpire. I think she missed the run up to some extent, and you could see that before she got to the bowling crease, she was struggling to deliver the ball. So she'll have an extra delivery in this over. And a run has been added to the Windward's total there on 16. 16 for 1.
From 4.
We're in the 4th over. Much better than trying to take that catch. The ball was in the air. It was dying, but had
was a poor attempt. I would think.
Had she moved forward just maybe a step or 2 further, she would have been in a position to take the catch. And that has been maybe the downfall so far of the Barbados fielding. They're not taking their catches, or they're not turning half chances into full chances.
Right.
So the captain, Kayla George, faces up to Collymore. That one is wide of the off stump. Second wide of the over. And I can't help but noticing that discernible walk back to her bowling mark by Collymore, resembling her father Corey. It's the Kyra Collymore. So just a little bit of pity that we didn't get much bio on these players before we were handed the team sheets. We did ask for information on the players before the matches began yesterday, and we'd still love to get it. It's always important as a commentator, as a journalist, to give you background information on these players.
Very much so.
Having said that, I know my good friend Ezra Stewart, should I say retired journalist, certainly retired from the Nation newspaper, was indicating that 4 of the players in Barbados, from the Barbados team, are from his part of the communities in Barbados in St. Catherine, or the St. Catherine Cricket Club in St. Philip. This delivery is driven back on the onside. No run resulted. That brings up the end of the 4th over. It's 13 or 18 for 1 after 4. Howard? Another steady over by
Barbados. Barbados. That's another steady over, I would say. Not well supported.
We see a Barbados supporter look to be the mother of the Kyra Collymore. She has Collymore on the back of her jersey, number 16, and she's going across the side screen. She had to hurry up a little bit because it was going to be the batter facing up to Mears, who was going to be facing with the side screen in front of her in George. Kayla I don't think that is Kayla George. The batter. I believe Kayla George
Daisy Woods.
Woods.
Yes.
Yes. Woods is driving. Competent, confident shot back all along the ground. And you can see that Tiana Herbert Mayers is really into her task of really getting Barbados off to a good start in terms of bowling. She has a slip, a point, cover, mid-off, sweep on the cover boundary, mid-on, straightish mid-wicket, a deep mid-wicket on the boundary, and a fielder just backward of the square leg umpire. That's the field for Tiana Herbert Mayers, the captain. She has already taken a wicket. This delivery is floated up and beating the batsman or the batter outside of off stump. We have to be very technical when we say batter as opposed to batsman or batswoman. The ICC has deemed that we should refer to them as batters. This was pulled around or turned around the corner. Poor bit of fielding there by Collymore. She's going to give the Windward Islands at least one. They're coming back for the second one. They have to hurry. And they get it safely in the end because the throw from Collymore was not a good one. And uncharacteristically, Collymore not feeling well on that occasion. Howard brings up the end of the fifth over. It's 18, or is it 9-20?
I would say another good over. I would say another good over again from the captain, Colin, but not well supported in the field.
Yeah, the Barbados definitely would have to tighten up.
Yeah.
And generally for West Indies cricket, either at the women's level or the men's or boys level,
yes,
we need to really to work on our fielding.
Yes, our fielding is not very good at the moment. And
what has gone wrong with our fielding from the heydays of some of the great fielders in West Indies cricket? We can go back to the history. We won't call any particular names. We had great fielders all.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is it something that you believe that the coaches need to pay a little bit more attention to?
I think it's a personal thing, Colin. I think it's a very personal thing. You're feeling, no matter how good of a batman or batswoman you might be, a bowler you might be, you need to have 2 of the 3 disciplines locked down. Feeling is always one of them. You can't win matches if you're not taking your catches. It's that simple.
So change of bowling for Barbados from the far end. Pulled away for... Did they get a second one?
Yeah. No, I think it was one.
Looks to be Renisha Brathwaite into the bowling attack for Barbados. Another well-built player from the Barbados team. Wearing number 18. Sometimes the extensions from the players are covering their numbers and it's difficult to pick up the numbers. This one is going down the onside and well stopped by the wicketkeeper in Kamina Matthew Broom. We should encourage maybe one of the reserve fielders on the respective teams to sit in the commentary position so they can help us with the identification of some of the players. But that's something maybe we can look at the break of the innings. But we want to commend Cricket West Indies for putting on this under 19 tournament, Howard. I think it's a move in the right direction.
Yes, it's been a long time coming for the community of Bethesda to be holding events like this. We are very pleased. We are thankful that people find our ground. We're not of the best, but we're still improving.
Yes, and should we compliment Dale Lawrence and
very much so. Very hard worker, very hard working people around the cricket.
President of the Bethesda Sports Club and third delivery down the onside. So
hard working.
Brathwaite is not finding a bearing, but make the point. Yes.
Yeah, very hard working people. I mean, I can't say it enough, Colin. Without those guys, Dale Lawrence and Anthony Martin, without them, cricket in Bethesda would be nothing. So, once again, you just have to put your thumbs up to those guys for the work that they have done and still doing.
When I got here, about what time? About
keep that down. Yeah, all right for now.
9 o'clock this morning. The ground staff was already there working feverishly to make sure that everything was in place. And even from yesterday, when the rains came, the most we had a stoppage for also 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the covers were on and off in quick fashion. This is a chance of like before decision, maybe going down the onside. Seemed to be struck on. She was struck on the back foot and
going down
leg side. So umpire Kareem Tate at the bowler's end, and umpire Dave Thompson at square leg. Brathwaite with 2 legitimate deliveries so far in this over. Oh, this is another wide, and it will be signaled wide again by the umpire. That's her 4th wide of the over. So she has bowled 6 deliveries and only 2 were legitimate deliveries. The score goes up to 25 for 1. Woods on 15 from 18 balls. Kayla George 1 from 4. The batsman out, or the batter out. Jada Tyrrell of the bowling. She was caught off the bowling of the Barbados captain Tiana Herbert Mayers. It was 13 for 1 then.
Wow. Wow.
Is that going to be signaled a no ball or is it going to be signaled a wide? To me, it's a no ball because it was high over the batter's head and eluded the keeper. And the no ball now signaled by umpire Tate, and it's going to be a free hit. So I believe that I was going to say maybe the Barbados captain needs to go and have a word with Renisha Bradwick, but two of her colleagues are going to just give us some comforting words, maybe telling her to take your time. You're bowling somewhat downhill. You don't maybe need to put in that bigger effort in getting the ball up to the stumps. Just take your time, get the ball out of your hands, and let the natural conditions do the rest. Because we have a gentle breeze blowing across, and the ball was.
Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Can she get the attention?
Oh!
Run out! It's all happening here. Well. Well, she dropped that one back of a length, and the batter in Daisy Woods really mistimed her shot. It went in the air. We thought that the bowler in Renisha Bradwick was going to get there. She couldn't take the catch. The batter scampered through for a quick single, with the element of a run out also being on the card. So quite a bit of drama. Maybe getting the pulse rate of the players on the field, those in the respective under the respective tents of both teams pumping a bit. And this is a good shot from Kayla George. She's pulling this one away. She was thinking about a second, but my good friend Miss Headley, who had maybe not gotten as close as possible to two catches in one of the overs bowled by Collymore, the second over. She has been moved from the point position over to the mid-wicket position. She was the fielder a while ago. This one going down the onside, another wide.
Wow.
So 1, 2, 6, 4 wides, 1 no ball in this over. So it's now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10 ball over so far. This is the 11th delivery.
Wow. 9 runs.
9 runs conceded by Bradwick. She's actually has bowled only 4 legitimate balls. She tries again. And this one is floated up on the off stump and bat, and then onto pad in my estimation, and a single. No signal from the umpire, so definitely bat onto it before it struck her pad. 31 for 1, and we're in over number 6. Collymore and another of her teammates is having some word with Renisha Bradwick. We have to give the first name of Renisha because there's also an Ebony Bradwick. So for the benefit of our viewers and listeners, we have to really distinguish which one of the Bradwicks we're referring to.
Renisha.
So it's Renisha and not Ebony.
Right.
It's always a tricky thing to be calling the full name of a player when you're more accustomed to calling the surname. But it's because there are 2 Bradwicks in the Barbados team. Bradwick is one of the most popular titles in Barbados. I wonder if it's not the most popular. It is. Tries again. This one is short, and Kayla George not taking advantage. Wow. Going down the onside. So this is the 13th delivery of the over, if my count is right. She has conceded 10 runs. She has 1 more delivery in this over, and let's hope for her sake it's a legitimate one. She will try again. Some Barbados parents and fans are in the stand to our left, just like the Trinidadians yesterday.
Oh!
Well taken by the captain in Tiana Herbert Mayers at slip. That one was floated just about on about off stump, a little bit maybe wide of the off stump. Kayla George, the Windward dance captain, went for the expansive drive. It took a tick outside edge and straight into the hands of the Barbados captain, Tiana Herbert Mayers, and she held on to it, setting the example for her teammates. Howard.
Very much so. Very much so. Very much so, Colin.
6 overs.
all in all, it's still a good over for Barbados. You got 11 runs, but I'm willing to pay 11 runs for a wicket. So it's not bad. Barbados is bowling good still. Still good bowling on the part of Barbados. And the captain is just showing them the way how to do it in the field.
Good example.
Yeah. Well done.
Notwithstanding her frustration in bowling at least 6 to 7 either wide or no balls, she was able to get the wicket, and as we watch it again on the replay, it was
good catch by the captain.
Yes, it was just on about off stump.
Well done.
Enticing the batter to play either an attacking or defensive shot. She elected to go for the attacking shot, and the ball taking a thick outside edge, and Captain Tiana Herbert Mays holding on to a catch in her midriff at slip. We're going to have a bowling change at the commentary box end. It's going to be Zabriel Headley, from my estimation.
What's her number?
And Howard, before you do that, there's a melodious sound coming from the back of us here on the southern side of the ground. Is that coming from the Pentecostal church?
Yeah, that's our local Bethesda Pentecostal church.
Have you been to church this morning?
Well, it is so close. I can consider myself at church right now.
So Zabriel left arm spinner replacing the captain Tiana Herbert Mays for her first delivery. Teasing the batter outside of off stump. I hope they're praying for us.
I hope so.
So we're receiving the blessings.
Yes, sir.
On a very cool Sunday morning here in Royal Antigua in Bethesda. Delivery wide of off stump. 2 wide, says umpire Dave Thompson. And a run to the Windward's total. We're in over number 7. Headley again. And this one is pulled away by Woods. She will get her 18th run. And the score moves up to 35. 2 wickets down for the Windward Islands.
After 6.1.
Let's take a look at the left armour in Headley. Reasonable fair run up to the wicket. Let's see if she turns it away or into the batter. Foolish delivery, flighted on off stump. There's a spinner from the community of Bethesda we'll talk about after this delivery. Wide signaled by the umpire. You know what I'm referring to. Played for Antigua. Headley. As Kayla Jeffrey, who had replaced her captain Kayla George. It's Kyla Jeffrey.
Oh,
and she struck. Was there a little bit of bat on that one? Umpire Thompson signaling that it's 2 more deliveries to go in the over. 2 wides, 1 run off the bat. 36 for 2. Headley floats that one up. Kyla Jeffrey. Probably initially thinking about a lofted jive, but decided to defend. She's going to face her 3rd or 4th delivery from Headley. That one turned away from the batter Headley. So she's sending it both ways, Howard, into the bat and away from her?
Yeah, like I said early on, Colin, the Barbadian bowling is has been very good all morning, but not being supported 100% by the feeling. But I think they're doing all right.
We're going to have a bowling change from the far end or the northern end of the ground, where a lot of activity seems to be taking place at the front end. It's going to be Zoe McAllister. Maybe we can ask one of the Barbados officials if Zoe McAllister has any connection to Jay McAllister. So get that information. So Zoe McAllister is going to be the bowler. I was referring to Lindy Scotland, the late left arm spinner.
Yes.
For Antigua back in the day.
Yeah, Lindy Scotland was something else, Colin.
Mystery spinner, wizardry.
Mystery.
Zoe McAllister, her first delivery, just on about middle and leg stump. Might have struck the batter in Daisy Woods, just outside of the line. A stifled appeal by the Barbados fielders. That was her first delivery of her first over. This is the 8th over.
Oh.
Maybe back then onto pad. She seems to have a very high arm action. Howard?
Yeah. Zoe McAllister. Zoe McAllister. Yeah, bowling action is pretty decent. Causing some problems as well.
The batters at the mid-pitch conference. Probably kind of Jeffrey still in Daisy Woods. Maybe you should come on the front foot a little bit more. This one is short, angling down the onside and turned around the corner. They will get one. They will think about the second, but Headley, Zabriel is coming in very quickly of the mid-wicket boundary. Only a single. Scores goes up to 37. Or was it a leg by? I'm looking to see that.
I think
Woods is coming on strike.
Jeffrey.
And she's still without a run to her name. Jeffrey's coming on strike and she's still without a run to her. Oh, but it was Daisy Woods who was facing, so she was on 18, now she's on 19 there. So it was definitely off the bat and not the pad, as I might have been euphemistically thinking. So it's Skylar Jeffrey batting at number 4 for the Windwards as she faces McAllister, Zoe. She's looked to be bang on target there with that delivery, Howard.
Good bowling again. Good bowling by the Bajans. They've been bowling all well. Bowling very well all morning, I would say, Colin. I said that before.
So tell us about some activity we're seeing on the far side. They look like someone has set up a shop or stall, a vending stall, cooking some good food. We'll get your take after this delivery. This one is full pitch. Hitting again outside of the line, and umpire Karen Tate indicating to Zoe McAllister and the bowler and the Barbados fielders that no chance of a leg before decision there. Not a good over. 37 for 2 at the end of over number 8.
Good bowling again. Good bowling by the Bajans again, Colin. But not so much of the feeling. But they're still doing well.
So I was asking you, so you said previously that the guys on the far side who have a vending stall or
no, it's not a vending stall. It is just a hanging out spot for the
boys.
For the boys
in the community.
Yeah.
Full pitch delivery, and there was Daisy Woods playing across the line. Had she maybe looked to play it in the offside, might have been more productive. maybe getting it in the gap between the cover and extra cover fielder. But she was looking to go across, hit across the line. Maybe she should leave that shot for someone like Sir Viv Richards, hitting across the line. Another flighted delivery. This time she's correctly forward and playing it respectfully in the onside. Chantel Moore
is the bowler.
The fielder.
Yeah. Oh, the fielder.
Headley, the bowler. Moore in the straighted mid-wicket position.
Okay.
Was the fielder. This one is hitting the air. There's a chance for a catch. Oh, and she drops it. Is that Headley? Sabriel Headley. That was the third attempt for her to take a catch all morning. When she was fielding at point in the opening over for Collymore, she didn't get close to those two deliveries that went past two balls. And on this occasion, she got her hands to it, but just didn't hold on to the catch. So a charmed life being lived by Woods. She got a single nonetheless. Score moved on to 38. A wide delivery this time by
Headley.
So I have to take that back. Headley is actually the bowler, the fielder who dropped that catch. They look so much alike. Well, she was placed on the boundary, the cover, super cover boundary a while ago, but she's now brought into that orthodox cover position. The fielder who had flowed the catch a while ago can't see the number on her back. So my apologies to Sabriel Headley. She is actually the bowler, but in terms of her build, as well as the fielder at cover, they look so much alike. But we'll pick up the number maybe at the end of the over. Floated on the off stump and driven nicely. It could go very close to the boundary, or even go into the boundary, and pulled back. And they got 2 runs. They were thinking about the third. Could have gotten the third if they had maybe run a bit quicker, especially for the first run. And 2 runs to Woods. He moves on to
29. So that's Zenaya Bruce.
Yeah, she was the one who dropped the catch 2 or 3 balls previously. And this is another well-judged single by Woods and Jeffrey. Well run, well judged. Good cricket, good fielding as well by Jamis Morris Allen. She doesn't hit the stumps. Had she struck the stumps, it could have been a close call. So that brings up the end of the 9th over. It's 43 for 2. If we judge from the manual scoreboard, 43 for 2.
Yes, Colin.
So we're getting to the halfway mark, but you were making a point, Howard.
Yeah, I was saying by the Barbadian number 29, her name is Bruce. Flow easy catch there. That's what I'm talking about all morning, about the Barbadian feeling. It's not very good. Not well supported.
A new over for McAllister from the far end or the northern end of the ground. A bit short and turned around the corner. And
Bruce,
who had dropped the catch in the previous over, coming around to her right, limiting the batters to a single. 44 for 2. This is the 10th over, the halfway mark. At the end of this over, we'll be at the halfway mark, and there will be a refreshment break. It's 20 overs. Cricket West Indies Rising Stars on the 19th Women's Championship. This one has gone past wicketkeeper. 4 wides signaled by the umpire Tate. So that takes the score up to 49.
48.
Both batters were touching bats after they met at mid-pitch. Well, the manual scoreboard is saying 49. Our electronic scoreboard is saying 48 for 2. We'll get the confirmation soon, if it's 49 or 48. McAllister down the onside. And I can't help but saying, Howard, how much Zoe McAllister bowling action resembles that of Jay McAllister, the present Barbados fast bowler. I'm going to check my WhatsApp to see if there's any communique coming from those who might be listening in Barbados.
Oh!
Well, she got that one on target. It kept a bit low. Zoe McAllister has the timber, and Kyler Jeffrey is walking disconsolately back to the pavilion. Beat bowled by Zoe McAllister for 1. It's 50-3. We still have another 4 deliveries to go in this over. But with the fall of the wicket, the umpires have signaled for the refreshment break, which would have come at the end of the 10th over, normally. Your thoughts, Howard?
I would say that Barbados bowling has been very good all morning, Colin, in spite the feeling wasn't so good. All in all, I think Barbados is getting the better of the Windward at this point. At this halfway mark, I think Barbados is very much in control.
Yes, Howard?
Yeah, I think Barbados is very much in control of this game so far, Colin. Good bowling. The feeling is not 100%, but they're still managing to be in control of the game.
Yeah. So they're having a midfield conference, the whole Barbados team, along with their reserve players. I believe one of the coaches from the Barbados team has also gone out to have a word with them, probably just telling them to tighten up in the field.
Yes.
Should they be able to do so, they could restrict the Windwards to a score that their batters would be able to overhaul when their turn come at the wicket.
Definitely.
The Windwards would want to get at least to 3 figures initially. They're 50-2. They need at least another 50 runs from the next 10 overs. 5 runs and over should be manageable in a T20 game.
Well, at this point, I think if they get 200, if the Windward get 200 from here on, I would say that they're doing all right. At this moment, it doesn't look so good for the Windward, to be honest.
So, at the drinks break, the Windward Islands on the 19th moment, 50-3 against Barbados here at the Bethesda Sports Club ground. Bethesda is about 15, 20 miles from St. John's in Antigua.
Yeah, I would say 15 to 16 miles the most.
And it's in the southern part of Antigua.
Southeastern corner of Antigua, I should say.
Yes. And as I say, we have a very much historical village.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Bethesda Primary School on the western side of the ground, renowned to be one of the first primary schools in Antigua. And
probably in the whole Caribbean.
Really?
Eastern, I would say, Leeward Island and all of that. It's a very historical place.
It's not in operation now as a primary school, but certainly it's going to form part of the agricultural campus for the Antigua and Barbados School of Continued Studies, APCAS.
Yes, indeed.
And then we have the famous Bethesda Tambourine Tree, where the former late Prime Minister V.C. Byrd held a very it's a game-changing meeting in Antigua's history, where he got all the workers,
yes,
those who were in the agricultural belt, to come to a meeting, and from there things began to happen positively for Antigua and Barbuda.
Definitely.
So McAllister continues to the new batter in Avinel Leo. Sorry.
Yeah, that tambourine tree is one of the most famous tambourine tree in Antigua, Colin. If you don't know, it's It's about
Michaela
it's about
Adams.
500 years old.
Well, some great history there.
Yeah.
It is Michaela Adams, the number 7 for the Windward Islands. And this one is a full pitch delivery, and she turned it away quite nicely and stylishly. I like that shot. It won't get to the boundary because it has stood up a bit, but they come back for 3 good-looking runs for the new batter in Michaela Adams. It was just above her waist. Did the umpire signal no ball? No, he didn't, and she turned it around quite neatly and stylishly, Howard. I like that shot.
Beautiful.
So McAllister, who has taken a wicket so far in this over, she has bowled 3 wides as well. So 3 legitimate deliveries so far. She comes in again. And for this delivery, it's hitting the air. The catch is taken.
Wow.
Oh, dear. Woods is annoyed with herself. It was almost as if she was holding back the shot, Howard. She was into the drive, and then she maybe momentarily decided that she was not. She wasn't going for it. Well, there's some indication that that could have been a free hit.
Wow.
The previous delivery, in my view, was above the waist. The umpire probably may not have signaled. When she was out caught in terms of Daisy Woods, she was looking at the umpire very suspiciously, very frustratingly. Maybe she thought it was it should have been a free hit.
No,
the previous delivery.
No.
Was it above the waist?
Well, if the umpire didn't, she played it well. She played a beautiful shot.
Yes.
And
that
maybe because of that, the umpire didn't bother to. She ended up with 3 runs off that delivery anyway. But it was I think she was out foxed a minute ago by the bowler, to be honest.
Yeah. That's her 2nd wicket in this over. It's
like I said, Barbados been bowling well all morning, Colin.
It's a prolonged over because it started before the refreshment break.
Right.
She got a wicket. Then the refreshment break was for about 2-3 minutes, and then it continued.
Yeah.
She delivered a wide, and then 3 runs came off the 4th delivery, and then there was a wicket. 3 runs came off the 3rd delivery, 3rd legitimate delivery, and then there's a wicket of the 4th delivery. So she has 2 more deliveries to bowl in this over. This over is going now for at least 8 minutes, under my estimation. So McAllister again to the new batter in Devona Tyson, wide of off stump and wide signal by umpire Tate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls so far. 4 have been wides, 2 have been wickets, and 4 runs have come off 2 of the deliveries. The first delivery went for a single, and the 3rd one went for 3 runs. McAllister wide of off stump and wide against signal. She has changed her bowling from over the wicket to around the wicket. Would you advise her to have done that, Howard? She's coming now around the wicket.
Well, you're allowed to bowl a wide or 2, but
McAllister tries again. This one is even wider above stump, and she's clearly having problems finding her line and length. More so her line as opposed to her length. I think her length is good, but
the line is
off.
The
line is
off.
Is off.
For
you
sure.
need to get it right.
For sure.
Seems to be a bowler that the Barbados team will depend on to take wickets in this tournament. But she has gone from over the wicket to around the wicket. This one is closer to the off stump. And Devona Tyson, for the first time, getting bat onto ball. The previous 2 deliveries she had faced were wide of off stump. Or is it the previous 3 deliveries were wide of off stump and signal wide? Little bit of a sloppiness in the field by the Barbados fielders. The ball was not thrown properly to McAllister. She had to back up in the outfield off her own bowling. And this one, the left-handed Tyson, is the first left-handed batter we've seen for the Windwards in this innings. She got bat onto it. That brings up the end of the, should we say, the 10th over? The prolonged 10th over at the end of it. The Windward Islands batting first after winning the toss against Barbados in this CWI West Indies Cricket West Indies Rising Star on the 19 Championship. The Windward Islands 57 for 4. Notwithstanding the number of wides bowled by Zoe McAllister, she was still able to get 2 wickets. 2 for 15.
I would say still good bowling again by the Bajan, in spite of a few wide deliveries being bowled.
So, Zabriel Headley will continue, the left-arm spinner. This one is hit in the air, but it will fall safely, and batters cross for a single. Any chance there that the fielder in Collymore could have maybe tried to make a catch of it?
No.
She was on the.
It was well shot.
The deep backward square boundary.
Yeah, it is. The ball was well shot.
Well shot. But I can't help but saying, Howard, ever so we still hearing that drum set and the harmony coming from the church at the back of us. It's an all-day prayer session. Prayer and worship.
Our Bethesda people, we are godly people, we are God-fearing people, Colin. And when we come out to give thanks,
we give praises.
We give praises. Praises.
Man,
it might be all day long, man.
That orchestra or band, whatever it is really rhythmic. The rhythm, the vibes, everything, the drum.
That's the Pentecostal.
And the singing is so.
That's the Bethesda Pentecostal church for you, Colin. Every Sunday.
This one is going down the onside. They'll cross for 2 leg byes, or will it be 2 singles or 2? Oh, she's run out.
Oh.
She was ambling back, not really making the ground as quickly as she would have wanted to do. The throw came in, and leg by signaled by umpire Dave Thompson, but all in the mix. Devona Tyson not making a ground, and she was run out. It happened to 1 or 2 of the Jamaican batters yesterday, at least one, where she was thinking that she had the second one completed and she didn't make a ground, and she was given run out by the square leg umpire, and it happened on this occasion to Devona Tyson.
Yeah, she was a little slow. She
came off the pad clearly. They went for the first. Captain Tiana Mears gathered the ball, threw it back to the wicketkeeper, and she was well short of her ground. So good work by the captain, and again setting the example for her teammates as she did when she took the catch at first slip of the bowling of I think Collymore in the fifth over, I think. So the Windwards are down to 58 for 4. We're in the 11th over. Howard.
I'm very impressed with the Barbados captain, Colin. So far this morning, everything she does turn into goal. Her bowling, her
fielding, her return to the wicket.
Yeah, very good.
That
very good. Very impressive.
I don't think Devona would have been run out. So, our scoreboard is saying Devona Tyson is still there. They're indicating that the player out. So Michaela Adams, yes, I know Devona was the one who was run out. Michaela Adams is facing up.
Gaida Small.
And Gaida Small is now facing a first delivery from the left armer in Headley.
Michaela Adams, I should say.
Michaela Adams floated on off stump and played respectfully. That was the first delivery. $59 for 5. Headley Flows this one up on middle and leg. Gator small. Facing a third delivery, not yet off the mark. Short, keeping low. Turned around the corner. She was looking for more power on the shot, but maybe just mistimed it slightly. But nonetheless, she got a single in small. She's off the mark. She's on one at the end of the 11th over, 60 for 5.
Good bowling again, Colin, by the Bajans.
And they're really keeping the scoring rate down.
And keeping the score at a rate that is easily manageable, I would say.
So the captain,
I like a new bowler. The same.
Herbert Mace. She's moving to just around the corner. Short final.
We have a change of bowling.
And then we have a change of bowling. Oh yes, that was bang on target straight away. Chantel Moore, straight away she got that one bang on target, and get a small shot on the front foot, but maybe in front of the stumps as well, and a judge leg before wicket by umpire Kareem Tate. The 6th wicket has gone down for the Windward Islands, 60 for 6. And with the first ball of the 12th over, Chantel Moore has struck goal for Barbados.
Good bowling again, Colin. Very good bowling.
She kept it just on or about middle and off, turning slightly into the batter, and she was struck plumb in front of the wicket. Easy decision for umpire Kareem Tate, and the 6th wicket for the Windward Islands going down in the 12th over, 60 for 6. The new batter is Amy Antoine. Chantel Moore, slimly built. Just outside of off stump. I was watching her warming up in a warm up before the toss, Chantel Moore, and she was very annoyed with herself every time she was warming up. The deliveries were not on target, and straight away she got her first delivery on target. So it shows the importance of warming up and knowing where your radar is.
Right.
Here she goes again. This one is down the onside, maybe overcompensating there, looking for maybe a little bit more pace than line. Well, it was there, but the line was off.
Well, I don't think she's 100% on target, but still at the same time, Colin, she's improving. She's improving.
Down the onside again, more. Second delivery going down the onside. And the umpires are unforgiving when the deliveries are going down the onside. She'll try again for her team. She has already taken a wicket. 1 for 2 runs. And the 2 runs are wides. Chantel Moore. Full delivery on the off stump. Just on about there. Taken advantage by Amy Antoine. She looks to get it between the 2 fielders on the onside. One at square leg and one at the straightish mid wicket. If she can get it between the umpire and the fielder at straightish mid wicket, she'll certainly get runs. This delivery, she's trying to do exactly what I'm indicating she should be doing, but it's not a full length delivery. Maybe back of a good length. And Antoine can't force a single, but she will try again. It's more. Full delivery, pulls away. Oh! They were looking for a single. Ooh. Who was that fielder? She's wearing number 4. It's Zoe McAllister. Straight into her hands. It was a full pitch delivery, maybe above waist. That should have, it might be called a no ball. It's the second time a similar situation has happened. As more to Antoine, and Antoine, is it shouldn't be Antoine, it should be Adams, because they got a single. 22 is Antoine. It was so the previous batter was Adams, who was dropped
and crossed
over, and Antoine on this occasion getting baton to ball, but in the air for a moment, but very short of any fielder. 62 for 6 at the end of the 12th over. A chance again for Moore. Should have had a second wicket in that over, Howard.
Yes, like I said before, early on, Colin, the feeling for the Bajan is not.
Leaves a lot to be desired.
Yes. They really need to look at the feeling, but the bowling is okay.
I think we have a bowling change from the commentary box end, or the Bethesda Pentecostal Church end.
It's 41.
It's
thank you,
Jadeda Holder. Jadea Holder, not Jadeda. Jadea Holder. She has replaced Zabriel Headley, and looks to be a right arm. Is it a right arm off spinner?
Yeah.
Or is it left arm? Right arm. Outside of off stump, and Adams is getting it just left of the third man, the point fielder, and they get a second run from an overthrow. Not good backup there by the wicket keeper and the fielder in the onside. So Jadea Holder, well built player. Let's watch Howard. Is it wrist spin or finger spin she's bowling? Looks to be off spinner there, wide of off stump, and maybe turning slightly.
Once again, Colin, the only problem I see with the Bajan is the outfielding has not been very good.
And the catching as well.
And the catching as well has not been very good. But they're still, I would say, on top at this moment.
Holder, floated delivery, just wide of off stump. Had that been on the stumps, that could have spelled the end of Michaela Adams. She's on 6. 4 dot deliveries, only two runs off the over. And that brings up the end of it. It's 64 for 6 after 30. Howard Warner, they call him Swingy, former Bethesda Antigua batsman. Your thoughts?
Yes, Colin. Good game for Barbados so far. They managed, in spite of the feeling has not been very good. I think that they're still leading and managing to keep the Windward.
Is it Zanaya Bruce who is coming into the attack? Number 29. So far, McAllister, Zoe 2 for 15. Bruce floating one wide off stump. Zanaya Bruce.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, the catch should be taken. Well judged and well held. So the end of Ami Antoine didn't trouble the scorer. She's going back for no score.
After 6 balls.
Taking a wicket off her second delivery. 64 for 6. This is over number 14, the Windward Islands. Did we say that Sherwin Campbell is the coach of the Barbados women's team? If we haven't said so before.
Yes, yes.
So, your thoughts, Howard?
Like I say again, Colin, the Barbadians are on top. And the bowling is very good. The feeling is a little bit off, but they're still managing to stay ahead of the Windward so far in this competition.
So the 7th wicket has gone down, 64 for 7th.
Yeah.
We're in the 14th over.
Yeah, to be honest, I can't see
the Windwards
getting up to 100 runs in this game. They're going to have to fight really hard from here to reach a score of 100.
Appeal for stumping, and she's out. She's on a hat trick now. 2 wickets and 2 deliveries. Zanaya Bruce.
Wow.
The slim to build girl with the golden arm.
Wow.
Previous to this delivery, she had a wicket caught
to be 2 wickets
at short mid-on, and now with the 3rd delivery of her first over, she drew Joseph out of her crease, and she was out stumped by wicket-keeper Chelsea.
Oh man!
Too far out of her crease.
Yeah.
Too far out. That was not poor cricket. That was not good cricket on the part of the Windward batter in Emma Madison Joseph. Very disappointing situation there for the Windwards after those previous 2 deliveries.
It's not looking good for the Windward at this point, Colin.
That's 8 down for 64 and over number 14.
Not looking good at all.
So the new batter
is what is it? Bridges, what do you call this?
Amazine.
Amazine
Berridge.
Amazine
Berridge. The hat-trick delivery, she's defending it.
Oh.
And is there a chance for a run out? Had that hit the stumps directly, it could have been an interesting decision to be made by umpire Dave Thompson, but the hat-trick delivery was averted by Amazine Berridge of the Windward Islands, and a single taking the score up to 65 for 8. Berridge is normally a Leeward Islands title from St. Kitts.
Okay.
Probably there's some connection with Berridge from the Windward Islands and the Berridge in the Leeward Islands. Wide delivery, bowled by Zanaya Bruce.
Not a very popular last name, Colin.
Not very popular, but very historic in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Okay.
Bruce tries again. This one is in there. The catch should be taken. And yes, it was well judged and well taken. That's a 3rd wicket in this over, and the Windward Islands are going down like 9 pins. They're now 66 for 9. The third wicket for Zanaya Bruce, and she has taken 3 wickets or 2 runs off 4 legitimate deliveries.
Yes, she's doing very well, very well.
Amazine Berry just hitting that one tamely in the air, and the fielder at mid-off judging well and taking the catch, and Renisha Brathwaite, number 18, just taking that one just above her head. So well judged and well taken. And as my comments personality in Howard Swingy Warner has been saying, it's going to be some effort on the part of the Windwards for the last pair at the wicket to get the score up to 3 figures. They're 66 for 9. Still another 6 overs after this one to go. Do they have the batting potential, the last pair, to get it another 34 runs?
Yes.
You making a bet, Howard? This one is in the air. It was just dropping short of Renisha Brathwaite. Could she have made a catch of that, Howard? No,
that was a little bit short. But to comment on what you were saying, Colin, it's going to be very, very difficult from here for the Windward Island to get anywhere close to 100 runs here in this first innings.
That was the end of the 14th over, 66 to 9. Bruce 2 for 3, McAllister 2 for 15, and Herbert Matthews Steiner 1 for 3. The wicket takers for the Barbados team. Delivery wide off stump. Another bowling change from the Bethesda Pentecostal Church end. We'll get the bowler shortly.
That's this. What's her name again?
Number, is it 11? Well, definitely the extensions from here is obscuring our views. Is 41. Holder. Jadair Holder. Wide of the off stump again. This is actually a second over.
Colin, I'm not a betting man, but if I were to bet this and the game, I would be betting on the Barbadian to win this game today, honestly.
So far, they will have 68 runs to make. Oh, she's bowled.
Stump. I think she was stumped.
I think she was out of her crease and the ball deflected from off the wicketkeeper's gloves and onto the stumps. The decision has already been made that she's out, and that brings up the end of the Windward Islands innings. They're all out for 67. Let's watch the replay. Floated and off stump. Coming off the wicketkeeper's gloves, and she's out of her crease. The bails have been dislodged, and she's out stumped by wicketkeeper Chelsea Broom for no score. That brings up the end of the Windwards innings, 67 all out of 14.3 overs, 14.3 of 20. So Barbados will have 68 runs to make to win this game.
Very impressive by the Bajans, Colin. I think they bowl well. They clearly have work to do
in the field, and they're catching,
and they're outfielding. But all in all, the bowling was all right, and I think they're poised to win the game today.
So just about 11:16 a.m. here in Antigua, after 10 a.m. start, the Windward Islands have been bowled out for 67 against Barbados in the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under 19 Championship here at the Bethesda Sports Club ground. So we're gonna take a break, or we're gonna continue with the are we going to continue, or are we going to take the break for the end of the innings? We're going to take a 15-minute break, and then the Barbados team will reply to the 68 they have to make to win this match. Any quick thoughts from you, Howard, before we take the break?
Well, like I said, it's a good day for cricket. It's still in the morning hours. I reckon by midday into 1 o'clock there will be a bigger crowd coming in, but the game won't be very long.
Unless the Windward's borders put the squeeze on the Barbadian batters.
Right. And I can't see that happening right now. I'm not underestimating the Windward Island bowling, but so far Barbados is clearly having a good match. And in my estimation, I can see Barbados winning the game.
So those are the thoughts of the former Antigua and Bethesda opening batsman Howard Warner here at the Bethesda Sports Club ground. It's the innings break. Well, at the end of the Windward's innings at 67 all out, or 14.3 overs against Barbados in the CWI Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship. We'll take a break for 50 minutes to refresh ourselves and come back 45. And we resume at 11:31 according to the match referee, Mr. Joseph. Until then, Colin James. So welcome back to the picturesque Bethesda Sports Club ground in rural Antigua, just about 15 miles outside of St. John's, the capital. And we're here to continue the live coverage of the CWI West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under 19 Championship match between the Windward Islands, who were bowled out about 20 minutes ago for 67, against Barbados, who need 68 runs to win in 20 overs. I'm Colin James, and with me is Howard Warner, the former Antigua and Bethesda batsman. And if you were with us before we took that break, and if you're just joining us, Howard will be telling you that Barbados are in the ascendancy. A win for Barbados is on the cards.
Yes, very much so, Colin. I said that from the onset of this game that Barbados looks pretty organized. I mean, even though the feeling wasn't 100%, I'm still backing them to win this game, Colin.
So the opening batters for Barbados are Ebony Brathwaite. She's a senior West Indies player, as well as Jadea Holder. So both the batters for the Barbados team. And I was just listening to a voice note that veteran and well-known regional journalist and former Cricket West Indies media manager Philip Spooner sent to me. I was asking him for the intel on the Barbados player in Brathwaite. I wonder if we can share that voice note with you. I'll try to pull it up in short order, but let's look at the live situation on the field. I've been able to scramble Howard Warner to the comments position from his ground staff duties, groundsman duties. Which one? Is it staff or groundsman? Who is the head groundsman here, Howard?
Our head groundsman would be our manager as well, who is Mr. Dale Banky Lawrence.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the one.
Well, I did ask him if he would be available. He gave his concurrence, so you're not losing any.
Yeah.
So the well-built Brathwaite, an exciting player from all indication. She's going to face the first ball, and Jada Tyrrell is going to be the opening bowler for the Windward Islands. The Windwards losing their first game yesterday to the Leeward Islands, a close contest. They needed to score 50 off 8 overs and got to 48 for 8, I think. So the first delivery is wide, and she's cutting it away in the air, but safely down to third man. A single off the first delivery, and the attacking intent is there from ball one from Ebony Brathwaite. Well, the Barbados team is just to our left in the green tent here, and they're going to be celebrating every run, Howard. So we're going to be in for some excitement.
That's for sure.
So there's a change in the field. I think it's
Jediah Holder, who's the left-hander.
Jediah Holder is a left-hander, well built.
Yes.
Must say that most of the Barbados players are well built and athletes overall, because I think Ebony Brathwaite is also a track and field athlete.
Wow.
So too is 13-year-old Zanaya Bruce. She plays cricket at the boys level, school boys level in Barbados, and she dominates. Delivery, she's steering into the offside. She'll get a single. Holder will get a single because it's misfield. She didn't really get her body behind the ball, and although she got her hands there, the ball bubbled out of her hands.
19.
Kyla Jeffrey, the ball bubbled out of her hands and went for a single. It's always good to get your hands, but you also need to get your body behind the ball as well, Howard.
Yes.
In the correct manner.
For sure. That's for sure.
Yes. There's no substitute for the basics, getting the basics right.
Absolutely.
Tyrrell, we did open the batting for the Windward Island. Tries again. This is a better delivery. That's all about off stump. Bradford can't play forcing shots. You just have to play it into the offside. The score remains on 2 without loss. We're in the first over of the Barbados innings. As Bob Marley would say, Barbados maybe can get to their target as easy like Sunday morning. Easy like Sunday morning. Tyrrell and just beating the flashing blade of Ebony Bradford outside of off stump. So it's a point, a third man, a cover, mid off, a long on. Howard?
Yes, there's a long off.
Long off.
Yes.
Mid on, straightish mid wicket, square leg, and a short fine leg.
And
but
a deep
interestingly,
third man.
there's a long off.
A long off and a third man.
Yeah. Probably just saying that Bradford is a powerful strike of the ball. So let's put a long off in early. Tyrrell. Only 2 runs conceded. The last 3 deliveries have been dot balls. 2 for none. And Bradford is steering this one into the offside again. And that completes the fine over from Jada Tyrrell, the opening batter for the Windward Islands. And she has come on board a splendid over. She looks a good prospect for the future.
Yes, no doubt about that.
She kept it just on about off stump.
Very steady, Colin.
And she has a good run up, a good action as well.
Yeah.
So she seems to have been someone who might have been learning the game from an early age or playing it as well.
Yeah, I think she might have some kind of background to her cricket.
As I keep on saying, it's a pity that we would not have had a chance to see a more detailed bio of some of these players. And that is something that Cricket West Indies really need to look into.
Yeah,
give
for
us
the
some
future.
bio on the players.
Yeah, for the future.
Let the viewing and listening audience know who are these players.
Yeah, where they're from and
which part of the Windward Islands
and
they're
who
from.
they're close to as past players and all of that.
That's important.
Yes, I fully agree. Fully agree with that, Colin.
So, my good friend, Mr. Randy Howard, I don't want to add any more responsibilities to your extensive job description, but you know where I'm coming from.
Yes, sir. For sure.
So the new bowler, for the Windward Islands is Daisy Woods. So the opening batters are the opening bowlers for the Windwards. They might be the 2 most talented players in the Windwards team. So we have Daisy Woods, who also opened the batting for the Windward Islands. You see, Howard, having been around for a number of years in this journalism profession and this media work,
right.
when you go to certain international and regional games, you get a lot of information on the players.
Right.
So you grow accustomed.
Right.
If you're doing a track and field event, let's say the Commonwealth Games, the Olympic Games, or a top regional game, you know what the personal best of every athlete is.
Before the game.
Long before the game.
Yeah,
so I'm just saying, it's important that we have this information for our up and coming cricketers.
Yes. Fully agree.
That one is going down the onside. A wide signal by, is that my good friend umpire Dave Thompson? There was a former Prime Minister in Barbados by the name of David Thompson. I was trying to find it from Dave. There's some relationship with the former Prime Minister, but by virtue of their complexion, it wouldn't be, because the late Barbados Prime Minister David Thompson was of a lighter hue,
Right.
and Dave is of darker hue.
Might be still related.
Might be still related. This one is hit in the air, no chance of a catch. It's hit down the ground. They will complete the second. They will go for the second run now, but that's Jay the holder hitting down the ground in the air and safely too, back over the bowler's head and getting 2 runs, taking the score up to 5 without loss in the second over. Woods, the bowler. Is she going to make the mid-on a little bit straighter, or she's going to put the mid-on back to a long on? Field remains the same. Brathwaite driving in the air. She's going to be out. Oh! I think Antoine should have made a better effort at that one. It was in there. It was to her left. It was low, but she was close to the ball, and maybe had she stretched a little bit to her left, she could have taken a catch. Let's watch the replay. In the air, and it's just about dropping in front of her and going to pass her, and 2 runs for Jadea Holder, 4 runs, sorry, for her, and she moves on to 7. The score 9 without loss. This delivery is cutting it into the batter, Howard. It kept a bit low as well. It started on the line of maybe leg and off, and drifted in to the batter. So some good thinking there by Daisy Woods. Yeah, she tries again. Floated up in the air and away from the fielder this time, and it will go pretty close to the boundary. It won't get there, and 2 runs completed. So they had actually changed both fielders in Antoine and Tyson. They had exchanged fielding positions. So after
2 overs,
Antoine had not maybe made a good effort at taking that catch from the previous 2 deliveries. So at the end of over number 2, Barbados tracing 68 for victory, 11 without loss. Some excitement in that over a while ago, Howard.
Yes, Colin. I thought that the feeler was a little bit off. That catch should have been taken, and maybe the Windward would have been in a better position right now.
Yes. Had they gotten that wicket in that over, would have put a little bit of pressure on the Barbados batters. Yeah. But they live to fight another day.
The judgment was a little bit poor, I would say.
So, Brathwaite will face up to Woods. Woods was testing Brathwaite in the first over to some extent. Let's see if that contest continues. Brathwaite is driving, not getting her feet in line with the delivery, feet pointing down the pitch, and delivery wide of off stump.
Yeah, good bowling again. Good bowling again by
Woods. She needs to get her feet to the delivery as she's SA now. Yes. But she seems to be a batter with an attacking intent. So Barbados in their blue and yellow stripe jerseys, predominantly blue with some black as well. And she's driving. Good shot, good looking shot. She will get at this a single. They're taking the second one. There's a chance to run out. Ooh, had that hit the stumps, but there was no backing up at the non-strikers end, Howard. Yeah, had they beat someone at the stumps, that could have been an easy run out for the Windward Islands.
Definitely, Colin. Poor anticipation again by the Windwards, that someone couldn't have gone up to the stumps earlier.
Poor anticipation as well.
Yeah, yes, very much so.
Need to be more cricket aware.
Yeah.
Brathwaite got 2 runs there. This one is going down the onside, and a wide signal by the umpire, but good take by the wicketkeeper, Kayla George, who is the captain.
Yeah.
Diving to her left and gathering that one. I like the spirit and the enthusiasm and the the desire that is being shown by these under 19 players.
Right.
Some might say that it's maybe not the best idea to play an under 19 tournament, but you never know what you're going to get. You got to play the cricket. You can coach and try to develop as much as you can, but if you don't play the cricket, you're not going to see the true potential of the players.
Look, thumbs up to the West Indies Cricket Board for putting on tournament like this, Colin. You know what I mean? It only helps the cricket.
What needs to be happening now is the respective territories, like the Windwards and the Leewards, have inter-regional competitions,
right,
or inter-island competitions to help foster the development of these players.
Absolutely.
Maybe start at the school level.
Absolutely.
A school girls competition.
Absolutely.
Bring the communities involved with maybe a community-wide competition, and then they will be ready for under 19 when the West Indies tournament comes around.
And it brings a vibes to the community to get the young people involved and let them know that, you know, cricket is there to be played, you know.
Now, let's look at this situation. If this game would have started, let's say 1 o'clock, with the people coming from church, those who are home from early church, here in action here at Bethesda, we'd have a good crowd in. But starting at 10 means that you're depriving those who have to go to church on a Sunday the opportunity to see the game. But, you know, that's something that they may have to look at in the future. The starting of these T20 matches. Wide of off stump, Woods has been really bowling well. Jada Tyrrell, has been bowling really well. I like her, how she's keeping a good line and length.
Very steady.
Yeah,
She's very steady.
She's slightly built, and she's coming off a fairly good run up in terms of her paces. Let's see how many she takes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's just going wide of the wicketkeeper, and it will go into the ropes for 4. That was a injudicious shot they played by Ebony Brathwaite. It was slightly wide of off stump. She went for the full-blooded cut. It took a thick outside edge and going just past wicketkeeper Kayla George.
Good bowling again, Colin, by Tyrrells. Very good bowling and very unlucky not to have a wicket.
Had there been a slip,
yes,
it would have been at a catchable height.
Easy.
Right down her midriff. So that's something that maybe Kayla George, the Windward's captain, will have to learn from or rue.
Yeah, I think
maybe regret to some extent.
Yeah, I would say so. I think they should be feeling with a slip for at least the first 5 overs or so. You know,
you can't defend 68 runs, so you have to
absolutely. If you're gonna do something, you have to win the game and bowl them out. You know, and so that was a bad miss by the Windwards, to be honest.
Barbados 18 without loss. Of 3 overs, Daisy Woods is going to bowl the 4th. Where is Octave going? She's not going to cross the side screen. She has to recognize and realize that she's going to be obscure the vision of the batter.
And she's going slow. No cricket awareness.
Yes. This one is pushing down the pitch. Momentarily misfield by the bowler.
Move away.
Momentarily misfield by the bowler, but she was quick to back up. Just a little bit of unawareness there.
Sister, go behind.
By no ball signal by the umpire. Free hit.
No awareness, no cricket awareness.
She's definitely not conscious of what she's doing.
Yeah.
Well, she got a quiet word from her management at the end of the over. One of the reserve players for the Windward Islands walking across the side screen and right in front of the view of the Barbados batter, Jadea Holder. She gets a single of the free hit. Score moves on to
19.
20 without loss. Holder is on to 10. Brathwaite, who is on 7, comes into strike. Holder, the left-hander. Brathwaite, powerfully built right-handers. So too is Holder, powerfully built as well. She's facing Woods. I think for the first time in this innings. And she's driving down the ground, but not in the air. She gets a single. Bradford moves on to 8. 21 without loss. Barbados chasing a relatively easy target of 68. They didn't have much action yesterday, Barbados and Guyana. Their game was rained out after just about 3 balls, I think. It started. There was a delayed start, and when play actually started, it only lasted about 3 deliveries. So Barbados and Guyana sharing points yesterday, and Barbados looking for an outright victory to keep the pace with Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago were in action, I think, this morning against the Leeward Islands over at Ball Beef in Liberta. But we're here in Bethesda. Should I say the history-making village of Antigua, Bethesda? Should I describe Bethesda as the history-making village of Antigua?
I would say that it's a very historical place.
The name Vigo Blake is always coming up within the last 4 or 5 years in terms of Antigua and Bethesda history.
Yeah, Vigo Blake is a very important person.
He was a carpenter?
I think he was an estate worker that started to do stuff for the slaves back then. And
so let's watch Daisy Woods to Bradwit. Bradwit is playing with a slightly angled bat, playing a bit across the line as well, but picking out the fielder just backward up the square leg umpire. No run resulting. You don't want to see Bradwit play with a more straighter batter. How do you think he should try to penetrate the offside? Should be more effective?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
That one is wide. Our off stumper will be called wide.
Yeah.
So it was the Leeward Islands against Jamaica in the first match in Liberta. Barbados against the Windward Islands here at Bethesda. And Trinidad and Tobago against Guyana in the second match of the doubleheader in Liberta. Trying to get some scores from that game. Bradford is coming down the pitch and hitting this one high in the air. Tiwil is settling down. Will she take the catch? She misjudged it badly. And the second run taken by Bradford. They're looking at a third possibly. But that was Bradford maybe showing a little bit of impatience there. Coming down the pitch and hitting that one high in the air. And Tiwil not really judging the flight of the ball. And just missed it by a few inches as it dropped over her head.
Badly.
Score is on 25 without loss. Here is Tyrrell. Woods, to Bradwit, and that is driven forcefully back down the pitch. And an outstretched left boot by Woods saving a run. And that was good athleticism shown by Wood a while ago.
Yes.
So maybe she's in contention for the Windward Islands football team or her home country. But some good athleticism there shown by Wood, stretching out that left foot and stopping. Somewhat resembling of a Michael Holden, you would say back in the day.
Yeah.
So that brings up the end of the over for Barbados. Both opening batters, Bradwit and Holder, on 10 each, 25 without loss after 4. Howard?
Yes, poor judgment again by Woods out in the field. I thought that should have been an easy catch from Ebony, and it didn't happen. So
for tomorrow's action, if we can look ahead, Barbados will be up against the Leeward Islands at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Trinidad and Tobago will take on the Windward Islands in Liberta, and the second match at Coolidge tomorrow will be Jamaica against Guyana. Okay. You coming to Coolidge tomorrow, Howard? Or are you going out on the boat?
I'm not sure, Colin.
How is the weather like for fishing, Howard? You're a veteran fisherman around the waters.
Yeah, I do some fishing myself, and it's not 100% at the minute. And the Sargasso weed has been very bad. It especially on the East Coast.
Around Willoughby Bay.
Yeah, it's hampering fishing.
They say Willoughby Bay is the biggest beach in Antigua, the largest beach.
Well, say the biggest bay, but in the bay you got little beaches
That make it up.
Yeah. Okay. But the whole bay is Willoughby Bay with several little beaches.
So Tyrrell will continue. This is a third over. We're in the fifth. Barbados motoring to their victory target of 68, 25 without loss. Bratwit flashing outside of off stump. Keeping a bit low. Holder, sorry. Flashing outside off stump and keeping a bit low. Wicketkeeper Kayla George taking that one around ankle height. That gives an indication of how low the delivery was. But I must say again, in terms of Jada Tyrrell, I'm very impressed with her. She seems to be someone who can develop to be a potentially good women's player for the West Indies.
Absolutely, Colin. Absolutely.
She's confident that she had her batter there, but with holders stretching far out on the front foot, it would be very difficult for the umpire to give a verdict in the affirmative there. Struck on the front foot as well. If she was struck on the back foot,
still good bowling. Still good bowling,
but still good bowling. One will want to see what is going to happen to these players after this tournament would have concluded by next Friday or Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Tournament goes up until next Saturday, I think. Down the onside. Next Friday, the 14th, is the final day of this tournament. So there's action. Was action yesterday, action today, a rest tomorrow. So it actually continues on Tuesday. So I was saying matches for tomorrow. It's actually Tuesday. The matches continue. Tuesday and Wednesday, rest Thursday, and finish on Friday.
Okay.
5 rounds of matches.
Okay.
Tyrrell to Bratwit and beating her outside of off stump. Bratwit getting her right foot outside the line of the delivery. You want to see her right foot maybe facing
getting closer to the ball.
Closer to the ball and facing the mid-off fielder.
Right.
Yeah. But she was pointing maybe straight down the ground with her front foot, not getting to the pitch of the delivery. These are the basic things that, the coaches need to instill in our players. And the players too need to work on their game individually and know these things as well.
Very much so, Colin. But
this one is... that was another chance of a catch there. Holder didn't get to the pitch of the delivery and she was dragging it in the air just over the head of the square leg fielder and getting two fortuitous runs there. If she maybe had jumped and judged it, she might have been able to put it in the fielder at square leg. Number 22 for the Windward Islands. Ami Antoine. I think she was guilty of also putting out a catch, Antoine, in the cover region and over Togo.
I would forgive this one, Colin.
You would forgive this one?
Yeah, it was a little high. So.
Holder faces Tyrrell. This one is down the onside and wide, signaled by the umpire. Maybe a slow delivery as well.
Huh?
Maybe that was a slow delivery from
a
while ago.
Yeah.
The new term for slow delivery is pace off. My good friend Cathy and Edwards, Baltimore to my right in the scoring days would tell you that there was no such term as pace off. It was either pace, no pace, or slow ball.
Slow ball.
Cathy? Cathy is the only scorer that doesn't do electronic scoring. She prefers the pen and pencil. And different color pens.
Like myself.
Different color pens. Every color pen represents something.
Yes.
And she will be there with her scorebook.
Yeah, well,
still have them.
Well, I know that Katian is a master of scoring in Antigua for a very long time. I know that. I know that.
Yes.
She's one of the very best we got in Antigua.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Not only a scorer, but a statistician as well.
Oh, yeah.
So the end of the over, It's 29 without loss. Brathwaite is on 12 and Holder is on 7. And they're looking to take the Barbados team home. Should we say good morning to one Andrew Mason in Barbados? What if he's listening, they are watching the podcast?
I believe Andrew is a diehard supporter of cricket. I think he might be.
Do you
might be
listen to
listening quiet.
on Tuesday evenings?
I don't really
Mason
listen to. No, I don't listen to the program like that. But I know Andrew from a long time, and I know how much and what cricket means to him. You know.
Yes, certainly puts in a good effort.
Yeah.
In keeping us informed, updated.
Yeah, Andrew is one of them commentators from the region we can't forget.
Yes.
Just can't forget him.
Now I was going to just say Barbados are large and in charge, and I was going to borrow that phrase from him. So let's look at the live action. It's always good to have a little banter when you're doing commentary.
Certainly.
Yes. Change of bowling, I would want to believe. The player in the number 10 jersey, Gated Small. She bowls her first delivery.
Okay.
Brathwaite is kept quiet. George, a spinner. Showing us that she can do a wrist spin. Howard, by the how she rotates her wrist, or is she going finger spin? Let's watch her action again. In terms of small, single to Holder, nonetheless, to Brathwaite. Sorry, she goes to 12, brings. 13. She goes to. That's Brathwaite to 12 and brings Holder in strike. Holder is on 12. Well, that one is wide of us.
Very wide.
To be signal wide. So Holder 12, Brathwaite 11. And Small is actually going around the wicket to the left-hander. Very interesting situation in terms of Small. Gets this one better on target. I think she's wrist more than finger. Leg spinner. And she looks very confident about her bowling.
Very much so. Very much so.
She believes in herself, which she should be. That one was a little bit short.
Oh.
She's asking for the fielder to return it quickly to her because there was an element of a run out there. Now, I don't like to compare players of the past with those of the present, but if you look at Jada Small, don't you see the resemblance of some player of the past in her?
Who are you referring to, Colin?
I'm gonna. I have someone in mind, but I want to see this delivery. Look at the high arm action.
Let me watch.
Watch. Let's see. Oh, she stumped. Stumped by a man. That was good. That was good on the part of Jada Small. She held it back a bit. A slow delivery. She knew that Ebony Brandon was gunning for her. She was coming for her. She was beaten just outside of off stump. The ball kept a bit low as well. And there was Taylor George, the wicketkeeper for the Windward Islands, effecting the stumping. And a good wicket for the Windward Islands in the circumstances.
Indeed, Colin.
32 for 1.
Yeah, you just mentioned a while ago about her confidence. And it shows.
Yes. You can see in an athlete when they have it in themselves.
Yes,
Look at her look at how purposeful she's going to do it.
Yes.
And then she held it back. And then the ball spinning away from Brathwaite and George doing the stumping, so she's actually a leg spin.
Good,
maybe
good
she can
breakthrough. Good breakthrough.
Good breakthrough. Brathwaite shouldn't be too disappointed. She was just outfoxed in the circumstances.
Certainly, Colin.
Yeah. No, I was saying that from the way how she approached the crease and her somewhat high arm action, I was wondering if I was seeing a reincarnation of Clyde Butts to some extent. It might be far off the mark, Howard, but that was the player who came to mind.
Okay, old Clyde.
The late.
Oh, he died. Yeah. Clyde had a very high action, and he was a force throughout the Caribbean, at least in the Shell Shield games and all of that back in the days.
Guyanese born as well.
Yeah.
So let's watch. The service continues, Howard. I was going to say let's watch Jay the Small, but the service is continuing. It's already past midday, and we have been here for the last 2 hours.
Like I say, Colin,
before we started our commentary.
Like I say, at the Bethesda Pentecostal Church, man, we might be here singing and praising and shouting all day long.
What time does the service begin? Scotia knows? What time the service begins? 9:30 or 10?
No set time, Colin. This is going on for years where this can be our last session.
Wow.
I witnessed that many times before. Where
so when you come into church, you bring your food as well?
Just bring your heart
and open it to the Lord.
And open it to Jehovah, and all will be good.
22 for 1. We're in the sixth. Well, 6 overs have been completed. And while we're talking about the spirituality of our existence with the church in the background, some of the churchgoers are leaving, but it continues.
That's our Pentecostal church for you, Colin.
Yeah,
never fails.
I'm going to make a promise. I'll come one Sunday, but I might take up the challenge. As we say hello to some of the churchgoers,
led by Pastor Motley.
Is that?
Yeah, he's the head pastor down there.
I'm familiar with him.
Yeah.
So, Tyrrell continues. This is fourth and last over. So it's a sensible thing to bowl her through. Maybe she can pick up a wicket or two.
Still good bowling, even though she haven't got a wicket, Colin. It's like what, 3 overs, 3 point something overs thrown.
13 runs.
Yeah,
that's good. That's a good return.
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
Am I seeing Bertel Baltimore, former Antigua opener, now umpire,
match referee
as well too. Is he coming from church? He's coming from church, so he has been blessed. I trust he said a prayer for us as well, Howard.
Probably filled with the Spirit.
Filled with the Spirit. How many churches are there in Bethesda? I know that there's a Moravian church. There's a Moravian or Methodist.
I'm going to tell you in a minute. There will be the Pentecost, the Church of God, the Methodist, and the Seventh-day Advent. There's 4 churches in this village.
Oh. And
some of the villagers goes off to St. Philip's, to the Anglican Church. So in all, I would say it's like 5 churches within the community.
So the community is well served in terms of churches and religion. Or religious beliefs.
Yes.
So Tiana Herbert Mears, the Barbados captain, is a new batter for Barbados, but she's a non-striker as the day holder. Made some adjustments to her helmet as she settles into her stance.
And I wonder if Tiana is related to Kylie Mears, who is still playing for the West Indies and Barbados at this time.
You never know.
That's why we need a little. That's why we need a little background information.
Yes. And especially so when you play, when you have these under 19, these age group tournaments,
right?
Because just as the Kyra Collymore is the daughter of Corey Collymore,
right?
And yesterday we had the niece of Carlton Barr, captain in the Jamaican team.
Okay.
Both Corey Collymore and Carlton Barr are former West Indies Test players.
Right.
Hitting the air, but safely between the 2 fielders. The one at a cover, an extra cover, a single to holder. That's her 13th run, and Tiana, the 14th run actually, and Tiana Herbert Mayes, the captain, comes in to strike.
Yet to get off the mark.
And she's also well built as well. Howard, as we would have said when she opened the bowling for Barbados.
Right.
She's surveying the field, almost like the captain on deck. And she settles into her stance. Very compact looking stance from her.
Good batting stance, Colin.
Tyrrell, in her last over, down for 14. And this one, she's just playing it easily around the corner. Seems to have a lot of time to play that delivery a while ago, Howard. She just waited on it and just turned it around the corner. No run. But I like to see the early development of these players. So
I love it too. I love it.
In another 5 years or so, or even sooner, when you see they get to the senior level, you can say at least you saw someone before they got to that stage.
Right.
Tyrrell and Mayes initially thinking about playing an attacking shot and just maybe holding back and playing with more risk and timing and getting two. Well, they're going for a second run now, but she was able to, with good risk, good timing, beat the bowler in her follow through and getting 2 runs because it was played straight back along the ground.
Nicely played, Colin. Nicely played.
Yes. Good sensible batting there.
Indeed.
She's off the mark on 2. $36 for 1. Weighing over number 7. Tyrrell. Wide of.
Oh, beautiful.
And she was off the back foot and driving into the offside. A misfield, giving the opportunity for a single. But that was exquisitely played.
Good looking single, Colin.
That brings up the end of it. The over 36 for 1. Looking at the 67 made by the Windward Islands on the 19 women, and Barbados 36 for 1 after 7 overs. So we're just about 13 minutes after midday. This game is scheduled to finish at 1, but will be finished long before that. So Jada Small, or Jada Small will continue. Giada. Tyrrell is here on the long on boundary. Maybe deliberately placed for any attacking shot played by Herbert Mayes. Tiana. Small. The lone wicket taker for the Windward Islands team so far. Let's watch her action again. And this one's hitting the air. Can someone get on there? She's trying, but the ball was always dropping away to her left. And that was Madison Joseph. Your take on that one, Howard? Could she have gotten around quickly enough?
Nah, I think it was a little far to get around, to be honest. It was high, but it was far away. So
they're making some field adjustment. I don't think Holder is aware of it, because here this delivery is.
Colin, like I say, Windward Island can't win the game, so they should be attacking
maybe
all the time. Bring the mid off in away. Bring everybody within the 30-yard circle.
And maybe a silly mid off as well.
Yeah, and
put the pressure on the batters.
Yes.
Especially the way how Small is bowling her leg spinners.
Yeah. There is no need for no fielder to be out on the outfield right now, because Windward are already losing the game.
So apply a bit of pressure
Yeah.
and force the batters to go over the top.
Yeah.
And they might induce a false stroke or two.
Right.
Just as Small did with Ebony Bradwit in a previous over.
Absolutely.
That one is badly lined, and a wide will be signaled down the onside. She will try again, but I do agree with you. Bring everyone in the 30-yard circle and maybe two close in fielders with a slip.
Right.
This one is floated up, almost inducing a false stroke by Tiana Herbert Mears. But luckily for her, she got to the pitch of the delivery just in the nick of time and was able to ease it into the onside. 39 for 1. This is over number 8. Bradwit is playing with soft hands. Did she took the bottom hand away a bit, Howard? Keeping it on the ground and on the onside.
Well, I still see that she's doing all right. You know, I mean, you just have to be patient. You got the whole day to score what, another 20-something ones, another 20 runs or so.
Yes.
Yeah. So
39 for 1.
Yeah.
Another 29 runs, as you said.
Yeah.
68 to win. So they need 29 in 72 balls.
Yeah, they're still way ahead. Barbados is way ahead. I'm backing Barbados to win this game.
Well, any punter who wants to wage a bet will certainly bet on Barbados.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna have a bowling change from the far end because Tyrrell would have bowled out her 4 overs, and Ami
Antoine
comes into the attack. She's a spinner. And she's getting one just a drift slightly into the left-hander Holder. Jadair Holder, the daughter of Alcinda Holder, the former Barbados player. Antoine. Flights this one. Striking Bradwit clearly outside the line of the leg stump. This is over number 9. Still 39 for 1. Antoine tries again for her team. Flighted delivery. And good shot there from Holder. This will go very close to the boundary. It will go into the boundary for 4. Good shot all along the ground. On the onside. You like to see a batter play those kind of shots, huh?
Oh, beautiful. Straight bat,
memories
straight
of your
bat.
day as an opener.
Yes, sir. Straight bat.
Sweetly timed.
Sweetly timed. She wasn't expecting 4, but she was expected to score like a couple of runs or so, but it was so sweetly timed. She ended up with 4 runs. Beautifully done.
So Holder on 19 just struck a boundary. Will face again from Antoine. Antoine is definitely Windward Island's title. Also Trinidadian as well.
Okay.
Quite a few Antoines in Trinidad and Windward.
Yeah, it's a
Grenadian.
It's a southern title.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would hazard a guess that Amy Antoine is from Grenada.
All right.
Full pitch delivery. Herbert Mays not taking full advantage. Cross, batted shot. Down. Ball running all along the ground to Joseph, the mid-on fielder. Here's poor delivery from Antoine on this occasion. Full toss and given the full treatment by Tiana. Herbert Mays, the Barbados captain. She gets a boundary. 2 boundaries in this over, increasing the run rate and the scoring rate as well for Barbados. And they're now up to 48-1 after over number 9. Howard.
Poor bowling, Colin. Very poor bowling and well executed by the Barbados captain.
Yes, she just waited on it.
Yeah.
Picked the gap between square leg and mid wicket and getting 4 good looking runs.
Barbados moving nicely towards the target. 48 from 9 overs.
Another 21 more runs needed.
Yes.
But my bowler of the day so far is going to continue. Gator Small. There's just something about her that I like. She may be not the most successful, but there's something about her that keeps the batters guessing. Not that I'm saying that the Barbados bowlers, especially the captain Tiana Herbert Mays, didn't bowl well. Even Colin Moore and Bruce and the others. But there's just something about this small young lady. Well, no pun, all pun intended, because I said small and she's a small. Tightly small. She goes again. Yes, that one looked a little bit questionable. Maybe going for more pace. Single. Score moves on to 50. Holder comes back into strike on 21. Captain Mays is on 9. And that's wide off stump. Strayed too much inland there. Or in line, more than length. The line was way outside of leg stump. The length was full, but way outside of leg stump. White signal by the umpire. Small. Holder is respectfully forward. Floated delivery or flighted delivery. Small in her third over, 1 for 9. She actually takes 2 steps, delivers off a short run up, and that one is short and wide and pulled away. Will they come for the third? And they will get it easily because the fielder doesn't have the strength to get it to the wicket keeper. So 3 runs to Jadea Holder. She moves on to 24. And the score moves on to 54 for 1. Barbados chasing 69 to win. They're more than halfway there. Another wide delivery by Small in this over. Maybe just losing a concentration for a moment. Getting some words of advice from a coach to keep her head up. Very good advice. Don't drop it. Don't drop your head at all. Keep on. This one a little bit wide of. Maybe pitching on middle leg and turning further away. Was that the arm ball a while ago? Howard, do you think?
I think that one just slided down there. The leg was just sliding down.
She tries again.
There's another one.
Again, she's forcing the delivery. So that brings up the end of the 10th over. It's the halfway stage of the Barbados reply to the Windward Island 67 all out. And we're going to have a welcome refreshment break as we see the ground staff making their way to remark the the creases, and no doubt the teams will refresh themselves. You make some general comments, Howard, and we'll take a refreshment break ourselves.
Yes. Well, Colin, Barbados is very much on course and winning this game. I don't think the Windward Island have any thing to stop Barbados right now from winning this game. I think it's just a matter of time before Barbados win this game and chalk some points up on the table.
To add to the one they got yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back in a minute or two. No problem. All right, I gotta go. So welcome back to the Bethesda Sports Club ground in Antigua. We're in the southeastern section of the island, according to the resident meteorologist and geographer, the man who knows the geography of Bethesda, Howard Swingy Warner. Born, raised, and spent all his life here in Bethesda.
Absolutely.
So it's Antoine who is bowling the 11th over, 55 for 1 Barbados, chasing 68 for victory. Another flighted delivery. And what I like about these Windward Island spinners, Howard, they're not afraid to fly their deliveries. They're not trying to be too flat. They're not trying to be too fast. They're letting the ball do the work. This one held its own a little bit.
They're free players, Colin.
Yes.
They play the cricket freely, so
yes,
that's a good thing as well.
It's not about being defensive.
No, just play cricket. And it's okay for them to make mistakes.
At this stage, at this stage of the development as well.
Yeah.
And this is hit down the ground by Holder. She'll get at least, she got one quite comfortably. They were looking for the second one, but the captain, Tiana Herbert Mays, telling her fellow batter, Jade Holder, take it easy. It's only one. We're on to 56. There is no hurry. We only need another 12 more runs?
Yeah.
Stayed into the onside by Herbert Mayes. So beautiful Sunday. Although we have some cloud cover, there is no threat of rain. The sun has been shining all morning. And this one is in the air, hit over the head of the fielder.
Oh.
She was trying to get her right hand to it, but maybe not again, picking up the flight of the trajectory of the ball. And no ball signal, a free hit indicated by the umpire. It was above waist height. 2 runs nonetheless to Herbert Batwich. He's on to 9. And the score up to 59 for 1. Antoine again. This one is flatter.
Wow.
Flatter and bowling her off the pad, but it's a free. It was a free hit, so it won't count. She went for the elaborate shot, and rightly so in terms of Herbert Batwit, but it was a free hit and no damage done, although she was bowled. That's when you understand the game, Howard.
Yes.
Because she knew whether or not the ball hit a stump or she skied it and she was caught, she would still be there because it
Go
was
for
a
it.
hit.
Go for
Go
it.
for it.
Go for it. Well done. Good awareness, Colin.
Yes. 59 for 1. 11 overs up. And we can...
They're learning. They're learning. You can see that they, as time goes on, some of these girls that we're watching here right now might be the next West Indies superstars because, all them.
Another Haley match.
Another Haley, another Andre Datin, DeAndre Datin, and Stephanie Taylor, and people like that. So
give them a chance.
Give them a chance. Give them a chance.
Well,
and I for one, as a past player, I love watching girls cricket, Colin.
Yeah, I like the honesty about them.
Yeah, I'm very interested in girls cricket. Sometimes it brings me more excitement than the men sometimes, if I'm honest with you.
Yes. But I've been saying for a while now, it's about time we have some level up girls cricket competition in Antigua. Not just pick up a group of girls and tell them come to practice, but put them into teams. Put them into teams, and let's see what they have to offer.
Right.
You can maybe play 9 aside if you can't make 11.
Right.
You got to start somewhere. You got to build interest.
Absolutely. That's a challenge for the Antigua Cricket Association.
And the school's cricket program as well.
And the schools as well.
So we have a change of bowling. Devona Tyson. That one going down the onside and wide to be signaled soon by umpire Tate. $61. 2 runs, the wide and the single. Moving from 59 to 61. So we're just about 7 runs away from Barbados from victory.
Wow.
A misfield there by my player of the day in small. I just like the honesty about her in terms of her bowling.
6 more runs.
How she approaches in the field. Although she made an error there. She wasn't trying to hide. And look at her. In a position ready for anything to happen. Good delivery there from Tyson. Devona Tyson. We also associate the surname Tyson with pace bowling.
Yes.
Gillan Tyson, part of the Windward Islands men's team, or a member. Oh, that's a good delivery. Cutting it into the batter after it pitched. And she played it quite well as well. In holder, gets her 26th run. Captain Herbert Bass comes into strike. 63 for 1. This is over number 12.
Good batting from Jediah Holder as well, Colin.
Yes. Very intelligent batting. Tyson. Bang down the grounds. And they small. See, that's what I like about her. She's always showing up herself in the field. Whether it's with a bowling or fielding.
Right.
Yeah. And she's always on the ready. At the mid-off position. That's a poor delivery. And swung away. This will go into the boundary four. It was a full toss. So the scores are level. 67 for 1, Barbados. 1 run to go. Scores are on the far side. But the scores are level. 67 for 1, Barbados. They did just 1 run to complete the victory. And the rest of the Barbados team are getting ready to congratulate.
Okay, good.
He's saying 68. Well, that's it. So the official scores have indicated to the umpire that the score is actually 68. So that's the end of the game. 68 for 1, Barbados. They have reached their target of 11.4 overs. And congratulations to them. Brathwaite is fourth. Tiana Brathwaite. Herbert Brathwaite is 60 not out. And Jadiah May is 26 not out. The not out batters for Barbados. They win by 9 wickets. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Barbados. Like I say, Colin, the Bajan came out this morning. They played very well and they were very impressive. And I always thought it was going to be a hard task for the Windwards to beat them. And
I don't think the Windwards have anything to be disgraced about. They certainly went out and gave it their best shot in the circumstances. They didn't bat well, relatively too badly. They were just up against a better bowling attack, a very bowling attack of pace, spin with variety, and they did the best they could in the circumstances. And then when they bowled, you could see some bowlers of some potential in the Windward Islands lineup, but the Barbados batters were always on top from ball 1.
Yes, fully agree. Fully agree.
Well, that's my wholesome assessment of what happened here today, here at the Bethesda Sports Club ground in Southeast Antigua and Barbuda. And as we look at the players congratulating each other or embracing each other at the end of the game, we look forward to the continuation of this tournament on Tuesday, both at the Coolidge Cricket Ground and in Liberta. And Barbados winning by 9 wickets. And we take this opportunity to say thank you to all of you here in Bethesda who worked on the pitch, on the ground generally, and the pitch in particular, to make sure that we had a good surface for cricket to be played, and there were no issues whether or not it rained or the sun shone as it did today when it rained yesterday as well. So,
well, Colin, thanks again on the behalf of the Bethesda Cricket Club, the president and Anthony Roots Martin and our manager Dale Banky Lawrence. They were in talk with the authorities, managed to get the game to Bethesda, and I'm glad that it wasn't.
Yeah, and some under 19 boys men's matches were played here as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And,
so
we're thankful for this, and we're looking forward to host more of these kind of games in the future. Start building our relationship with the authorities, like the West Indies Cricket Board and all of that, and I'm looking forward.
Yes. I know some might say that these regional tournaments should be played at the best venues, whether it be Coolidge Cricket Ground, the Antigua Recreation Ground, which is not available because Carnival just finished a week ago, or even at the Separated Stadium. I have no problem in matches being played there, but I always believe that the satellite grounds. The grounds in the rural community should always get a game or two.
I mean, Colin, these kind of games, when you look at the whole issue of games being played, it has to be played in places like this. Where I'm not going to leave Bettys or go to town to watch a game like this. But we're sitting here, we can see Newfield over there. We can see St. Philip and Freetown and English Harbour is right. The people is going to come and support. These kind of games belongs to the rural areas.
And don't forget villages like Piers, Windies, Seatons, Landvilles, All Saints, Freeman's Village, you know, those villages that border the southeastern section of the island.
Yeah.
So it's just a little bit of promotion and a little bit of timing, a better timing maybe in terms of the matches.
And in the future, a little bit of help from the West Indies Cricket Board too, because we have a beautiful pavilion here and all of that. All we need is a little bit more improvement. So, you know, with what is happening, I mean, they probably can look into things and maybe come up with a little better plan next time as to how we need our help or whatever.
Yeah.
So we can go forward.
So thank you, Howard Swingy Warner, for assisting me in the commentary position today. Yesterday I played the Lone Ranger role, but it was still some fun, and we even had more fun this afternoon.
Yes.
And as we congratulate Barbados for winning by 9 wickets over the Windward Islands.
Yes, very impressive.
We want to say big up to Cricket 366 for bringing the video footage. And as we say goodbye from Bethesda, it's Colin James on behalf of my co-commentator Howard Warner. Goodbye until we join you on Tuesday from the Coolest Cricket Ground.
Peace.